Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another draft here on Big Derf Gaming. Still drafting Ixalan. Still getting our asses kicked. In lieu of that, and because I can only do so many drafts in a row, and there hasn't been any other throwbacks or anything else going on, I'm thinking about doing a throwback, quote unquote, draft tomorrow, where we're gonna do an hour of dev draft for tomorrow's show in the 822s. I'll have to edit it down, obviously, with all that time in between, but yeah, I think that's where I might head, just to mix things up a bit. But for today, it is still Ixalan, and we'll be opening a pretty interesting pack here. All three of these uncommons are pretty good. But I think these two are much better than Storm Tamer is, but they're also multiple colors, which is kind of a problem. Storm Tamer is good. It's a one drop and with fly that can enable raid for the pirate decks and then protect your best creature or yourself later. I really like to have at least one of those cards in my deck. A Bishop Soldier, also kind of underrated. 2/2 lifelink, it just does a lot around in this format, especially being a vampire. Pounce, Sailor, Thrash. I don't like the rare. This is interesting. I kind of just want to slam the Sword Tooth or the Looter. We haven't played with the Looter. We keep playing pirates. Let's do some Sword Tooth action. We keep playing pirates and getting whomped. I want to turn stuff sideways. Here we have an interesting choice. Aerosaur is a fantastic card, but it is a third color. Yes, technically it is the third dinosaur color, but is that where we really want to be right now? I'm not sure. There's also the Frenzy Raptor and Pounce. I think of the two, I generally would prefer Pounce, I think. Though I'm not entirely sure. The Raptor, it's kind of fragile, but as a 4-power 3-drop, if you're turning stuff sideways and applying the offense, it was probably better if I could the blue where you can bounce stuff out of the way. Anyway, I think I'm going to take Pounce here. Or do I just take the Aerosaur? We're going to take the Aerosaur. There's more upside there of being very good, and if we do end up, we can end up kind of splashing one of these two cards depending on which way we go. Here, I see Unfriendly Fire. I take Unfriendly Fire. I mean, I want to probably be red. There's not really anything in white. I mean, Vampire Zeal's good, but it's less good in the dinosaur deck. You don't exactly need +2/+2. I mean, it is still one of the better, it's better than Slash of Talents, and I mean, it is the better one-drop trick of the three, I think, for the dinosaurs. Maybe the Indestructible might be better sometimes. I think I like Vampire Zeal more, but it's not as necessary in the Vampire deck, I don't think. Ooh, this is interesting. We got Thrash, we got another Unfriendly Fire, and we got Pious. It's probably better to take one of the red cards, right? But Pious is strong. Because we could very easily end up red-white and just, leave behind or splash the Sword Tooth. I think Thrasher Raptors is also good. Again, I am not super excited about taking another 5-mana card. Mono 5-drops. I think we're just going to snap the Unfriendly Fire. Because currently it looks like we might, if the most likely scenario is we end up out of the red-green and onto red-white, but it's still, Unfriendly Fire is just great in that deck too, and yeah. Here's interesting. I do think Bishop Soldier is a better 2-drop than Firebrand. But I think Firebrand in red keeps us more open to figuring out what the second color is a little longer, and it's a fine 2-drop. We're not going to be upset with playing. Ooh, Cutlass. This card is just pretty good. I'm in on this card at this point. Every time I see it in play, I'm like, okay, yep, that's getting the job done. And we're red, so we're not gonna have we'll have a non-zero number of pirates. And we're currently leading red-right, not red-green, where this is gonna be better. It would definitely be even better if we started with that what's it called? That other pirate in the red-blue. The marauding looters. Here's interesting. We can take Stampede or Lightning Recrew. I mean, I like Lobber Crew. It's not a card that does work. It's not at its best in a Dino deck, but like if we're just kind of red-white aggro, we're gonna play a non irrelevant number of pirates. And if we're red-green, like, you know, it's still reach. Between that and the unfriendly fires, like once we clog the ground and get some points of damage in early, we're gonna be pretty set. This is interesting. I one hand, I am kind of interested in being right, though, but I could really go either way. And then Gracing Whiptail is just, if you've watched enough of my drafts, you know that this card is just the shutdown. Like a 3/4 reach just ends your opponent's attacking chances in this format. So I think that's where we're gonna go. Ooh, this is interesting. Nest Robber at 2 or Frenzied Raptor at 3. I think I want the Raptor. The Robber has haste and that's relevant, but it is so easily blanked, and it's as an X1 is a little vulnerable in the format. But the Raptors, it's hard for the opponent not to have to trade a real card for the Raptors, because the 4 power just means it's like, yes, they could like block it with a 2-drop because the 2 defense, but they have to do something about it. You can't just let me bash you with it. I would take the Unknown Shores over the bad white cards, just in case we decide we want to splash back into something. I don't like any of these cards. I guess we'll take a Chalice. Ooh, Demolish for the sideboard. I've definitely found myself missing those against some of these ugly, you know, 3-color decks. Hey, we got the captain. This is interesting. Because Ixalan Binding is a very good removal spell, but we're not sure even if we want to play white. And we do have a couple decent removal spells already. We've had some, you know, the captain is powerful. Like it's a 3-power attacker with haste on 3. When that's what's relevant, or it's a 2-power attacker that makes your treasure to accelerate into like a 5, which is good. And if you can get a free attack in, then the next attack you can double up on treasures. I think we take the captain here. As we know, Headstrong Boot can't block, and I don't know if we're gonna have quite enough pirates to make the menace super relevant, or at least we don't yet. And yeah, I'm not sold that we're gonna be white yet for the binding. And we already have like a couple decent removal spells. This might be incorrect. I won't deny that, but we had fun with the captain. Oh. Stomp. Stomp. We haven't even got to, I don't think we've got to cast this card yet. We've been blown to pieces by it, but I don't think we've got to cast it yet. Yeah. Stomp. Ooh, Blast. Do we just stay on the 3-mana removal plan? I think so. There's some other cards we'd want here, but this is fine. We do need to pick up a couple 2-drops. I feel like I find myself saying that all the time. I am keenly aware of the value of 2-drops, and then I am still lured in to pick higher drop cards all the time. Well, like I said, I wanted to take 2-drops, but we're not seeing anything here that's in our colors. Itlamok. This card does not really seem good, especially in limited. We don't even have like a, I mean, I guess we could take a Brontodon, but I don't want to take a Brontodon to make this good, or the other way around. I guess we just take a Brazens. there's some argument for Fire Shrine Keeper as a 1-drop to sort of like at least lower the curve. But we also don't really have a lot of forwards right now. And I do think Brazen is a decent card. It's not great, but although we will instantly like replace it with Thrasher Raptors because that is an actual card and a good one at that. This is interesting. Yeah, Commune with the Sky Terror. But if we're not like dedicated red-white, that's not. If we can't play this on turn 2, that's not as good. Though I mean, we're not that far into green that we can't just play this. Like we haven't seen any green in this pack, to like except for I mean we got the Stomp here, but the rest of this pack has been nothing. It could be able to get it again in pack 3 though. I think Dual Shot is okay, but I think we're just gonna take this Terror and we'll figure it out. The deck is so heavily red that there is an argument to be made that we can just splash either way, and not be in too much trouble with our mana base. I like Rigging Runner here. We're still trying to lower the curve. I mean, Dreadmaw is also a very good card, but I think I want the Runner. Not a very good card, but a good top-end card. But I think I want the Runner there. Interesting pick here. Mostly because I'm still uncolor sure. Basically, I don't really like Goblin. It's just so I want like a Rebirth or a Legion's Judgment. I mean, maybe even a Cobbled Wings. Maybe we'll just take a Cobbled Wings. That card almost feels like that card is not good, but you just need it. Not really need it, but like it's just something that like if your deck, yeah. I don't want to use that as my answer for flyers, but there's a chance that I'll have to. It's basically where I'm trying to get at. And I can also use it offensively because it's not a bad thing to strap onto friendly Raptors as well. We are looking like we're going to be green-red, though. So we would like, and then we take a. What do we take? Just the Rigging Runner over the Dreadmaw, and I think there's also maybe even just Dreadmaw in the Sky Terror pack, but. Ugh. We could just take another Aerosaur and splash white for the Aerosaurs. It's not like... it doesn't feel great, though. Yeah. It might be alright, though, with the Raptors. Is it more correct just to take the Firebrand, though? Just say, hey, 2-drop. We need you. I take the Aerosaur, I move the Brazy Bucks over, I bring back in that other Aerosaur. I think that's correct. And then we just try to find us some other way to splash decently. This is interesting. Ooh, actually, I do like this card. It is an efficient creature that gains life or becomes a difficult to block creature. Yeah, we're just going to go this way. Pounce is fine, but not exactly what we want here. And this is also another good creature to Aerosaur. Ooh, Angrath Marauders. Ooh, but to Tillinolly's Knight? I think we just want the Knight. Ugh. This is the second time we've seen this card and it's been like, I can't quite play the 7-drop. Need to take the 2-drop. It's fine, though. The Knight's going to be good in this deck. Crash. I like Crash. Again, we can't really splash Sky Terrors in. I'm not opposed to another Crash. I mean, but I can also see the argument for taking a a sure strike, to vary the options basically, and because this is a lot better with our frenzied raptors too. Yeah, let's go sure strike. Oh, the foil Revel! Come on! Why can't we be that deck? This is interesting. Do I want a second Cutlass? How many pirates do I have? 1, 2, 3. Not irrelevant too. 4. I think it's 4. And like, yeah. Cutlass is not great on my Raptors. It's not bad on my 2-drops. I don't have a lot of them. I think it's better to take the Pyromancer. Do we play the Pyromancer though? That's interesting. Oh, wait. Did I just like look past this Jade Guardian? I think the Jade Guardian's what we want. Oh, and then an Ixalan's Keeper. Hashtag 2-drop. Oh, this is interesting. Horizons is not a card I'm opposed to in this deck. Canopy is a good sideboard card, but we have good ways already to deal with flyers and enchantments. Well, I don't know way to deal with enchantments, but I think we might just take Horizons because it makes these Aerosaurs so much better. Whoo! The Thrash came around? The Pounce came around? There is a chance we just throw out the Horizons and those Aerosaurs, though. Then we probably get rid of the Lightning Recruit at this point. We have to look. I want to look at the. We do have a lot of 4-drops. We probably got a 4-drop. I think after getting excited by it, we're either not playing this Jade Guardian or we're not splashing the Aerosaurs. But I think the Aerosaurs are just going to be so good. Like, come into play, give a Thrasher Raptors, make a Thrasher Raptors a 6/4 flyer, or a 4/3, or a 5/3 flyer. Like, that's going to be so powerful. I don't think we can take those out. I think we take out the Jade Guardian. I think Gracing Whiptail is just a house. I think we find some 3-drop items to cut. I think it's the Lightning Recruit comes out first. Do we want the Cutlass? Who? I think I'm more likely to want Rebirth as the sideboard versus the removal deck. We're not playing Old Growth Dryad, but we're also not playing Delver. And Dryads is at least a rare that might, essentially be useful as something to sell one day, maybe. Probably not, though. Okay. I think because we top out at 5, this can easily be a 16 lander. For the mana cost, group creatures separately. There we go. I don't know why my brain couldn't find that. I think we don't run the main the dual stop in the main. I think we have to make the choice between the Aerosaurs and the Whiptail. I don't think I can make the mana work to play a double green card and splash the white cards. It doesn't seem like it's going to be very feasible. Just because the deck has got like the red heavily that I want to have. But let's say we cut Whiptail and Cutlass. Right? I like Cutlass, but I'd rather have the instant speed spells, given the composition of my deck. Cutlass is, yeah. If I had more flyers, like pre-made flyers, the Cutlass was better to strap to. I might consider that, but it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be better to give my like super high power ground creatures combat abilities or whatnot. Anyway, actually now I'm at 23. Huh. I definitely feel like this is a 16 land deck. Does that mean what do we want to bring back in? I mean, does the deck just want a Cobbled Wings main? I don't want to do it, but it just seems like in this format, if I just make a Frenzied Raptor a flyer or Scavenge, like if I just start like handing creatures flying, most decks are not going to be able to keep up with our power and toughness and our just ability to win these other combats, pick stuff off. Yeah, I think this is a solid deck. I would prefer like one more 2-drop, but without that, yeah, I think here we are. And I think we played Unknown Shows and a single Plains with the Horizons. Is that enough for the 2 Aerosaurs? If we add another Plains, what does that put us? We only need 1 green, but we do need to get to that green. Yeah, like, so if we do this and then this. Yeah. I think that's fine. Meh. Yeah, we're gonna do it. I don't think we have any way. Like, we just have no real late game mana sinks or like anything to do. I don't think we can play 17. So maybe that means we take the Aerosaurs out. But I think they're going to be too powerful. I think, yeah. I don't love this deck. From a general deck perspective, like if you told me 2 weeks ago I was playing this deck, I'd be like, ew, this is kind of. It's got some removal, but it's kind of wonky with the Cobble Wings and splashing the Aerosaurs. But I think in the format, I think this is a good deck. I think we're just gonna bust people in the face. Yep. I think we're gonna keep this. It doesn't do anything till 4, so we can get totally run over if the opponent has a quick attack. But yep. Oh. Ugh. Well. New Horizons next turn. Don't get the +1/+1, but we get us closer to Sword Tooth. I miss. I'm missing, what was it? Gift of Paradise from the last set. I'm missing that card right now. Yes, we probably should have played the Cobbled Wings on too. But okay. As long as he doesn't cancel this or disperse it, we should be alright. Hey, okay. Killed the creature. We now control the biggest creature on the board. And we've got Thrasher Raptors with Sure Strike next turn. Huh. Do we block here? This is interesting. On one hand, I'm pretty sure we get blown out by a Rivertails Boon. On the other hand, I think it's better than going down to 5. Oh, it was Crash. Oh. Oh, that's brutal. Okay. That I did not think that all the way through. Put the Thrash in front of the Shapers, see if he'll go for the +1/+1 counter, and then Sure Strike it. Come on, the land. The land. I don't think we strapped that up. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you run a main deck Crushing Canopy, but I mean, I guess we could have strapped up to avoid 1 with the wind. Why didn't he attack? Afraid of my open mana, I guess. Okay, we now have to strap because he can 1 with the wind, with tail, and kill us. Opponent drew 4 land and stopped drawing land this game. We've played 1, 2, 3, 4 spells. 5. And I've drawn 10 land. 9 land. Oh, well, that'll do it. I guess the correct play is to not... I guess, yeah, we really need to just let that 5 damage come through and not get blown out by his Crash. And we could probably win that game because we have Sure Strike the next turn that blows out the Crash when he goes for it. So it doesn't matter that it's given Trample or whatever. And then we're... But are we even handling control of that? Does he just... I mean, no, I guess with the 5/5 we're in a much better shape. Yeah. With the Sure Strike in hand, we probably should have waited. I don't know why my brain was only thinking about River Herald's Boon. I just see Merfolk and I think, oh, River Herald's Boon. But Crash is just as good in that deck and a great change-up for it. So I really should have been more ready for that. Okay, well, here we are. I still think the deck's philosophy is fine here. Is this hand fine? That's questionable. I mean... We're going to keep it, because if we draw a single land, this hand is fire, because Lannery's going to get us right up, like, be able to, like, kind of accelerate us. I guess there's an argument to not play the rigging runner on turn 1 because we have plenty of ways to trigger raid for it, and not a lot. I don't think we have any other raid triggers that are going to benefit from it. But I didn't have anything I was doing on future turns. Ugh. If. Hey, there we are. Okay. Captain Storm, let's go. I think if he blocks with the keeper, I just pop the treasure now. I think he blocks the runner. Yep. Saves damage that way. Alright, I mean, now we're in a much better shape because with Lannery, we can really make things work here. That card remains the utter shutdowns, but whatever. We literally can basically just play over it now. Now we get to attack with Lannery because we're happy to trade her for the Whiptail, and we'll just sack the other treasure. We've already got the value of the treasure before combat. Playing the Ceratops, that's why we did everything in that order. I actually thought about that one before I did it. It wasn't just a terrible play it all your stuff before combat play. That's fine. As long as he doesn't strap a freaking one with the wind to it. He's oof. I mean, he's still basically tapped out. His Spell Pierce doesn't stop him from getting us on the pounce. So I think we play Aerosaur. What do we target? We target the Ceratops. But then we attack with Lannery. That gives us all access to pounce. This card is so sweet. How do we want to do this? Do we just cast the treasures and go to pass? Offering the straight trade? We don't actually have to play the pounce, do we? I mean, we can. But if we're killing the Whiptail, I think there's no. I think we crack both treasures and just pass, or try to pass priority back. Which we pass back, and then if he casts dive down, yep, we can pounce. Boom! Got him! Got him! Yeah, the concede. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, so Lannery Storm remained an MVP there. I'm still not sure who these texts is. Oh, okay. Who these texts are coming from. When you get a text from a random number that's part of a group text and you don't know the context of what they're talking about or who the hell is talking. It's like, the hell is going on? How did I receive this text if I don't know who it's from? How am I here? Sideboard wise, still the only one toughness creature we saw was that what's it called? The Delver. So I don't really want to bring a dual shot in. Didn't see a good use for Demolish, though I'm always looking. Yeah, no, I think we're set here. Ew. Okay. Well, we have to mulligan this, even though it has every color of mana. I think we have to keep this on 6. Because it does have removal into 4-drop, even though, once again, it's slow. If he goes like turn 1 Delver, I'm not going to be in a great spot. Ooh, turn 2 Shorekeeper is at least okay for us. We would really like to draw a real 3-drop here, and that would greatly improve this hand if we could draw like anything we can cast here on turn 3 that's a creature. It's just infinitely better for us than what's going on here otherwise. I guess if he also does nothing, that's fine with us. Okay. This is interesting. I can cast New Horizons this turn to no effect. Except for, I think I just do that now, yeah. I don't get the +1/+1 counter, but I don't want to delay myself in the future and trying to get it. I would much rather just get the extra mana now and then play play whatever I'm playing next turn, but he did not choose the Jade Guardian. That's always interesting. Really wants that damage right now? Is the plan to go all in on the Delver? I think I just play Thrash of Raptors here and let him play out his first trick into it. He's clearly got something if he split it up like that. I sort of expect River Herald's Boon, naturally, but there's something coming. I'm going to block the Delver, though, and also just offer him to pay all of his mana to block to trade his Delver up play. Yeah, or do I think, no, I think we block the Jade Guardian if he gives it. Yeah, we're blocking the Jade Guardian. Alright, yep. Crasher's gonna crash, and he's got the hexproof. He was gonna get that. Oof. Wish we had one more mana. I think if he attacks with just Delver, he can have it. Oh, that's sort of annoying. Didn't even attack with the Delver. That is interesting. We have some choices here. We can make an Aerosaur, but that doesn't seem like the best play. I mean, it blocks the Storm Tamer this turn, but I don't think we're imminently being pressured by said Storm Tamer. Huh. I think I just make a firebrand and pass, leaving up sure strike. I do want to. I think I really want sure strike available here, and yep, that's fine. Ugh. There's a non-zero chance we just murderify that shorekeep. Oh no, we have to murderify this shapers. Or he's gonna not attack with more than one thing. Okay, whatever. Mana would be good. That's not mana. Yeah. I think we attack with just Firebrand. We sure strike if he blocks. And then, including on the Shorekeeper, because we really don't want him to draw 3 next turn. And then we fire cannon the Shapers after combat. And then if we do that, I think while he's going to get to draw some cards, we are still in a pretty decent position moving forward in this game. We have a blocker for Storm Tamer coming. And we have Thrasher Raptors currently holding down the board. Okay. We attack with Thrasher Raptors here. Mostly because the correct play is probably block and then sack Shorekeeper for his cards. Huh? Or he just lets it go. It's fine. Anyway, we pass, and then while the trigger for one of the +1/+1 counters is on the stack, or while the trigger for the Shorekeeper is on the stack, we murderify Shapers. Maybe we should have waited there because he put the first. Yeah, we think we should have waited because he put the first counter on the Guardian to see if he put the second counter on the Shapers. Yeah, that's a correct attack. I make a Ceratops before combat because it gives the Thrash Raptors trample. So his block and sack Shorekeeper play gets infinitely worse because we still get through for 5. And Ceratops is still a defensive enabler against the Jade Guardian. I'm not going to attack with the Firebrand because I can't threaten to kill it and he can just block it. So there's no reason to tap my own creature. Okay. Either you cannot have 3 cards or that block does not matter. It's one of the two. Okay, that block, wholly irrelevant. There's a possibility that it was better. It would have been better to play Frenzied Raptor plus Cobbled Wings last turn. Probably almost definitely would have been better because this could still block the Guardian, but then you can strap the Cobble Wings to something else to get flying. So I guess if the 4-power creature dies, then there's going to be no chance we get through. I'm just going to block this. Alright. We'll gladly trade our 4-4 for his 4-4 with Hexproof. Ew, I hate that card! It's so good! Okay. We can race that. As long as he doesn't start like making explore creatures to go with his walker. Ooh, land is not bad here. Is it just better to make this a 6-power trampler? Or a 6-power flyer? Or is it better to make this a 3/3 flyer and attack with this as well? I think it's just better to make this the flyer. So you have Cobble Wings next turn. We have 6 mana and 6 mana worth of spell in our hands. So I think I'm going to hold off on the Cobbled Wings. What my opponent doesn't know about, he can't play around, as they say. I guess that means I should have attacked with the Firebrand, and gotten for the 3. That was incorrect. Yep. You're right. You're right. Yeah, we got there. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, let's keep going. Like I said, I don't like the deck on principle, but I kind of like it in the format. Come on, let's go. 7,000 players. Oh, 6,999 players. Oh, Scooter! Oh, we can keep that. Firebrand into +1/+1 counter on Firebrand with plus mana acceleration, plus all the colors we need in our hand, plus a pounce, which should be relevant once we have a 3/3. Ooh, okay. I don't think we block here because we bash in for 3. No, we just mostly get blown out by a boon. So I guess if he does that, we can block. What reveal? Oh, Keeper. I dismissed that before he binned it because I figured, yeah, he's gonna bin it. Always do attack because he just blocks the Diviner. next turn we have a much better attack where you can attack where he can't really block, and then play Thrash after combat. No way in hell would we block that. No way in hell. Ew. Hate that card. Against me. We established that card is excellent, but it'll ruin you. Should be no blocks here. Okay. Just giving it up? Okay. We're fine with that result. I think we're aggressive enough that even if he starts compassing just like right now, I think we can, like, if he has to start compassing right now, I think we just run him over. Do we just pounce that now? I don't think so. We're going to play Thrash after combat here, and then, because we have the Raptor next turn to make it a 5-3. Okay. Tell me you have Crash. Tell me you have Crash! That same difference. Blown out regardless. Post-combat Raptors. Let's go. We are rapidly in control of this game. He gave up his ability to go get it land next turn to make that defensive play that I don't think was very good because he just trades anyway. I think it would have been a lot better just to get a land and take 3 damage. You're at 20 life. Or 4 damage if that's what I'm, 5, 6, whatever I could represent. I think it's much better just to go get your land. That doesn't block shit. Raptor before combat. For trample purposes. We'll pump Firebrand once if it goes unblocked. We'll play Keeper. Because that's live if we draw a land next turn. Otherwise I would consider leaving it back and not playing it. Because we're already such command of the board, but the fact that it makes us live to the 5/5 trample next turn, I think it's fine. No, like any top deck is good for us because land wins the game, and anything else we just add to the beatdown. It doesn't really matter what we draw. We have win the game on board because this is 5/3 trample, so he can't really. Okay, there we go. He's found a blocker. Okay. Then we just attack with everything, I think. You can't really go for the blocks that are trades. They're just dying. he's got to block Firebrand. Or have a removal spell for it, but I don't know what he could have with 2 green up. I guess he had the blue up too, but... Should be GG. Maybe he catches a land, he can only make one thing not... Yep, okay. Sideboarding wise, we really didn't see much. I mean, we did see another Delver. We saw a Blossom Dryad. I still don't think... I don't know if we want dual shot naked still. I think we're just good at where we are. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Here we are for game 2. Oh. We're on the draw. I think we have to mulligan. Like, I think we should mulligan. Yes, this hand is absolutely insane if we just get running lands. The hand is insane if we hit running lands. But I think there are enough hands that don't need running lands that are good in this deck that we don't need that hand. And then we get a hand that does literally nothing. So we have to mulligan that. Okay. Lands are fine. I would prefer it to be a forest, but we're going... Hello? Hello? Magic Online? Hello? Internet? Hello? Hello? There we are. Oh wait, we're on the play? What is this? Oh, good thing we didn't keep that hand. Oh my god, the lag. What is happening? Been fine all day. I think we want to turn running sideways against his deck. I mean, if he wants to play second, then we definitely want to get all the damage in early we can. Either that or he's bad, but, you know. Assuming your opponent is bad is not the best way to go about things, so... I mean, ideally we draw a forest next turn, because that really helps us out the turn after, but I guess any land is okay, as long as we draw a forest the turn after that. Like, we can go Plains Forest or Mountain Forest, because we can play Scavenger next turn anyway. Most important thing is we draw a land here. Dear God, draw a land here. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal right now. Because he needs to make the Delver unblockable as well. Well, for the rigging runner. Okay. Huh? Huh? What is this? What is happening? I don't understand. Why the heck would he put the +1/+1 counter there? And not attack? You just put it on the Delver and you smash for both, and you say, if I've got the trick there, whatever. Not sure that much the late game deck. Like, am I underestimating how much he is the freaking how much he's not the beatdown? I feel like it's limited. He should be the beatdown in that situation. I've played a 1 creature, a 1/1, and it looks like I'm stuck on mana. Okie doke. Look, man, I'm not opposed to the situation. I'll admit that. Okay, and I mean, now after playing around Sure Strike for like 3 turns, I now have Sure Strike. And then next turn I can attack with Scavenger again. What? Why does he attack now? I'm so confused. Does he want a raid trigger? He must need a raid trigger. No, he's exploring. I don't get this guy, guys. I mean, folks, I mean, come on. Guess it's fine. I mean, it does mean we're still, like, hanging around in this game. Kind of. You have to just draw a land and murderate that. That's not a drawn land. Okay. Guess that means we have to keep turning the Scavenger sideways because we can't block with it anyway. Whew. Do we want 2 life? Or do we want the +1/+1? I think we just want the 2 life. If he wants to double block with his 2 creatures, like, we're okay with that. Like, we have to put the Shapers in front of it, we're okay with that. Yeah. And if he does nothing, the best thing for us is to have gained 2 life. Because we have no blockers. Come on, Magic. Help me. Help me help you. Don't lag like this. I should have commented on the 7,000 players. We were doing just fine with the lag. I mean, it could entirely be my internet. That's, you know, not a non-possibility, but we have no blocks if he attacks with everything. And he wins that race, so he probably should just attack with everything. Dude, he got the +1/+1. Okay, well, opponent wants to let us kind of hang around this game, so that's fine, I guess. We draw a land, and we're not really... We're a pretty good spot. Yep, this is a fine attack. We don't really care. Fire Cannon is pretty okay here. It's not great, but it's fine. think we still attack with Scavenger. Well, it is a real blocker once we murder this Shapers of Nature. But I don't really know about trying to murder this Shapers of Nature without having attacked. So I think we should attack. Oh, and he passed to the end of a turn with the Shapers of Nature in 3 mana. Don't do that stuff. He just gave up a draw card. As he decided for sure he didn't want to draw that card, but that doesn't seem correct. If we find a land, we go Aerosaur, attack with Scavenger, and then attack with Aerosaur. We just find another damage somewhere. Ugh. The Delver? Is he gonna put it on the Delver? Or is he gonna put it on the Lookout? I expect he'll put it on the Lookout. He put it on the Keeper. I cannot predict this guy's actions. He is playing so passively. Attack with that Ixalan's Keeper. What are you doing? That is not a land. I think I'd have to keep turning Scavenger sideways because it's not a good defensive creature. But yeah, he's gonna block it. He's like, huh? Why would he give me the Keeper? So that's fine. We'll take the Keeper. That was like what we're deathly afraid of him using the Keeper to beat us with. Oh, okay, cool with us. Cool with us. Like, please give up your win condition. He attacks the Siren Lookout like once or twice more and Keepers. Ew. Ew. Why didn't he fetch another land with it? He should fetch another land with it. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he just messes up and passes the turn. That'd be great too. Fetch your land. Cool. No flip for you. No flip means we smash with Thrasher Raptors. He can't stop it. We get in for 6. And then we've got Aerosaur plus Unfriendly Fire to get us the rest of the way? Question mark? Is that the official term, by the way? Like, flock of seagulls, murder of crows, thrash of raptors? Is that what a group of raptors is technically called? Brontodon. Now he wised up and is going to get the land. Given that he's playing a Brontodon next turn, is it correct to just attack with Aerosaur and Thrash and hope to get in for 2 damage and unfriendly to the face? Because we can't attack past the Brontodon with our trample once he plays it. Oh no! His Spires is tapped. Never mind, we just win the game. Psh. Oh no, I guess he can block with Siren. Look out. So I guess we do attack with both. Because worst case, we trade the Thrash with something and make another one. Best case, he doesn't block the Aerosaur. He doesn't block the Aerosaur? We know the last card in his hand. Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't. We know he's got a Brontodon coming, but we don't know what this card is in his hand. It's not going to stop us from unfriendly firing his face. Spell Pierce. Brutal. Okay, well, either way, we know the next creature card is a Brontodon. Spell Pierce? That's an ouch. Okay, well. He makes a Bronto. He's got the mana to do that and have Spires up. Does he have attacks? I mean, he does. Technically have attacks. Whether or not he follows through on those attacks is an interesting dichotomy. What? Don't we just win now? Either he can pump the Delver or he can make a Brontodon, but he can't do both. Yep. Okay. We probably should have lost that game. I mean, we probably could have won a game 3, but we definitely should have lost that game too. But yeah, our opponent was just making questionable decisions all over that game board. Just all over it. There's just a pile of them on almost every card on the freaking battlefield. And most of the it was lots of question marks. It looks like the Riddler just came through. But yeah, deck still performing well. 2-0 so far. Can we get the trophy? Let's bring it back. Be good at Magic. Oh, I think we keep this hand. If we draw any land, it's bonkers. I know that's been said about a lot of hands in the past, but doesn't make it any less true now. Another green-blue? Is that all 3? That's all 3 games. I think we play Raptor next turn because we have pretty good likelihood to draw our 4th land naturally, even if we don't draw it on our next turn. And then playing Horizons with the Raptor out is also just infinitely better. If he attacks, do we trade Raptor for Daggertooth? Oh, sorry, that was my bottle, like finishing, like, you know, like when you close a bottle and it like, pops out because you had squeezed it a little. Bottle happens to be behind the mic. We don't have a great attack next turn, nor do we have a great future block on this dagger tooth with our raptors. Yes, we don't have a target for our New Horizons now, but we're just going to naturally top deck a land. You know, easy. Then we got New Horizons plus leave open 2 mana spell next turn. We do not block this. Yep. That was a pretty clear effect coming through. I think I leave him back to block, but I think I pounce this on my turn so I can block on the next turn. He's got a bounce spell. I'm just dead. Ew. Well. Yes, the guy who has all the River Herald's boons is going to beat me every time. That card is fantastic if you've got them and the Merfolk. We can only make this a 6/2 first striker this turn, so we're just going to strap the wings on. Hope that doesn't come back to bite us. The current plan is to let him hit us down to 2, and then go for an absolutely 100% ridiculous all our mana block, or we just lose because he makes another creature. Holy God, those River Herald spoons are good. Aerosaur. Means we're not just dead. I mean, we can now Sure Strike and Unfriendly Fire, but that doesn't do what we want it to do. We have to block. I guess the answer here is just let this happen, because he didn't go for the thing, and then go for the Unfriendly Fire on the to Delver. Oh no, I guess I could have got that on the Sentries because he played the Delver. Don't think it matters. Yeah, Captain Storm would not have saved us when he had to kill 2 creatures. Okay. So, let's take a look here. I think we want a Whiptail. I think we want a dual shot. probably seemed pretty bad. Because he's going to have enough flyers that we're not going to be able to fly over him, and we know in that game we never had any point where we could put it on anything. And then ramparts? No, we probably need ramparts as like our best way to counteract getting smacked with the River Herald Spoon. I guess we just take out New Horizons. Hurt our mana even more. Sure, we'll keep this. 2-drop, 3-drop trick. This guy just gets the mulligan to, you know, what hand has 6 River Herald Spoons? I want that hand. Delver, turn 1. Oh, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Shouldn't be too bad. If he attacks, do we block? No, right? Okay. We obviously do attack, though, because we have the Sheer Strike. Dagger Tooth. Pass the turn. Now, we have established ourselves as the beatdown. Our 2-drop trumped his 1-drop, and he had nothing on 2, so our tempo is now in our favor. We no longer have to risk at any point, should we feel like we have the need to risk him smacking us with a, what's it called? River Herald Spoon. We cracking with just the Dagger Tooth here, because I actively I could get him to block this and get it with Sheer Strike, but I really would much rather play the Whiptail here. So by not attacking with Ixalan's Keeper, which would force me to Sheer Strike if he blocks, which would almost be 100%, which would be pretty correct for him, maybe not 100%, but because we just get to go into unfriendly fire next turn, like. We're about to get blown out by River Herald Spoon. Or he's going to try to. But we're going to... How do we want to deal with this? I think we just murderate the Tishana. No. We Sheer Strike the Whiptail. And just trade. I guess I should have attacked the Keeper. That was a mistake. But I hadn't attacked with it on the previous turn. I didn't really want to give away the existence of, like, what was going on. Sorry again about activity outside. I'm going to close this window. It's not that hot today. Give me 1 second. There we go. That should be much quieter. Ugh. Okay. Another Wayfinder. He's probably got to bin that boon, right? He needs a land. Yeah, bin that one too. Whew. Let's get savage. We finally got to cast that card. We did it, folks. Oh, that was glorious. That was glorious. Nice. Okay. Game 3 here. I think our changes from the last game are still fine. But perhaps we do want the New Horizons. It just feels it's so, like... I want it for mana fixing, but I feel like it's just so bad if we're playing that on turn 3 against his deck. If that's, like, our turn 3 play, we just get blown out. There was a chance we wanted to sideboard in the Lightning Recrew, though. We have to mull this, unfortunately. I don't really think we can ship it back to 5. We will top that. I'd say because it holds back a Delver for a while, or whatever all the early drops he has. I could get to a point where I can block that with ramparts up. And we don't have enough action in our hand to make, like, him forcing a bad River Herald's Boon from him a really good plan for us. Got Lannery. We're going to attack with Lannery because we have no intention of blocking. We really need to draw a 2 or 3 drop here, preferably a 2 drop, so we can keep up. We need to draw a 2 drop so we keep up Crash and play the 2 drop. That is not a 2 drop. From a blocker's perspective, do I want to have a Thrash of the Raptors out, or do I want Crash the Ramparts up? I think I need Crash up. Really? It's like that? We were playing really fun Magic. There was this really excellent game of Magic happening, a great match, and then that. Top decked. You know it was top decked because he didn't put the counter on the Jade Guardian. Top decked won with the win on the Jade Guardian, and we're not having fun anymore. Doesn't really matter what I do. We're just screwed. Yeah, he's just willing to let this happen. Doesn't have the River Herald's Boon, or doesn't want to use it to stop it. So now he can use it like this. I figured he would use it up front. But I need to cast Crash because I need to keep this blocker on the field. And there it is. Oh, it's on the other two? Just wants to, like, finish me off? Okay. That makes sense. Firebrand plus Aerosaur buys me a turn, but I still have no way to deal with that stupid Jade Guardian one with the wind. What? No, you're not. Hold on, I'll deal with you in a second. No, stop. You're not updating. Recording a goddamn draft. Getting whipped on at the last second. It's exactly what we always hoped. To lose to a one with the wind. God damn! I felt like we were about to stabilize that too. In fact, we were about to stabilize that. We had it. Ah. Deck did not want to cooperate there in round 3. Alright, well, I think the deck was really good. I think it was a bummer that we got just 3 different Merfolk decks got to take a shot at us, and like that was one of our worst matchups because the Merfolk deck is just, it's got BS like that where it's like it doesn't, all the stuff we have good for our deck doesn't, all of it gets cackled at by Rival Herald, like by One with the Wind on the Jade Guardian. Because we've got so much going, none of it stops that. And then, yeah, River Herald's Boon. Like, if he cast 2 in the first game, he binned 1, cast 1, binned 1 in the second game, cast 1, like, he's got to have 3 or 4 in his deck. It's just, like, yeah, we weren't beating that. So it was a 2-1, fun deck, but, yeah, we lost, whatever. We're going to come back, like I said, tomorrow. I'm going to do a little throwbackaroo for tomorrow. So, if you want, come in for the Throwback Thursday hour of Dev Draft. Either way, see you all later. Peace.